The government is aiming at a COVID-19 vaccination record today to mark the 71st birthday of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. A 20-day mega event called Seva and Samarpan Abhiyan has also been planned by PM Modi's party, the BJP, to mark his 20 years in public service. Yesterday, Union Health Minister Mansukh Mandavia urged people to get the vaccine shots and said, "Let's do the vaccine Seva and give PM Modi a birthday gift by getting vaccinated those who have not taken the dose so far." Leaders of the ruling party have also been urged to promote the jabs, and state officials have been told to double the daily rate. The BJP, which has set a target of 2 crore doses for today, has trained around 8 lakh volunteers. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar has conveyed to his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi that two sides should work for an early resolution of the remaining issues along the LAC in the eastern Ladakh region, and that China avoid viewing its ties with India through the lens of a third country. In a meeting on the sidelines of the summit of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization on Thursday, the two foreign ministers exchanged views on the current situation in the region and agreed that military and diplomatic officials of both sides should meet again and discuss resolving the remaining issues at the earliest. According to the Ministry of External Affairs, Mr. Jaishankar also told Wang that India had never subscribed to any clash of civilizations theory and that Asian solidarity would depend on the example set by India-China relations. The Congress on Thursday cited a recent media report to allege criminal culpability of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, former Health Minister Harshvardhan, and senior officials of the ICMR in fudging COVID-19 data to build a false narrative that everything was normal ahead of the second wave, and demanded a judicial inquiry against them. Citing the New York Times report, which quoted former scientists of the Indian Council of Medical Research to claim political interference in giving out data on COVID-19 and related deaths, senior spokesperson of the Congress, Ajay Maken, said, "This is a very serious issue and should be probed by a sitting judge of the Supreme Court or a High Court." The government has rejected the media report, with Niti Aayog member V.K. Paul describing it as out-of-context report that is not desirable. Following the ED's raids on 3 locations linked to activist Harsh Mandir, over 600 people, including academics, journalists, filmmakers, activists, and lawyers, have come out in support. In a joint statement, they have said, "The Constitution of India and the law of the land shall prevail," exposing these intimidatory tactics exactly for what they are, an abuse of the state institutions to try and curtail all our rights. The signatories, including the historian Raj Mohan Gandhi, advocates Prashant Bhushan and Indira Jaising, activist Medha Patkar, and economist Jean Raze, have said in a statement that Mr. Mandir and the Center of Equity Studies he heads has been subjected to continued harassment by multiple state agencies over the past year. From arguing that the assignment rules are separate for states and union territories to suggesting there were no candidates in the capital's conventional police force suitable for the role, the central government has explained why it picked Rakesh Asthana, an IPS officer from the Gujarat force, to be Delhi Police Commissioner in a 288-page document. Responding to a legal challenge that had deemed the controversial politically connected officer's appointment illegal and an affront to laid down conventions, the centre told Delhi High Court on Thursday that the decision was taken keeping in mind the diverse law and order challenges faced by national capital, which have national security implications as well as international and cross-border implications. Rakesh Asthana was appointed in accordance with and after scrupulously following all the applicable rules and regulations, the centre said.